The San Antonio Spurs have made a major roster decision that will impact winning this upcoming season. The Olympics are going on, and Victor Wembanyama has been putting on a show. One Spurs great compared him to the GOAT. We break all of that down here on Spurs Digest with your host, Keenan Warner. But before we break all of that down, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Take a spur of the moment to get every Spurs moment. The San Antonio Spurs, 22-60 last year, did not have a lot of great promise with the record, but play-wise, we saw the greatness of Victor Wembanyama. Devin Vassell took a next step. We got Jeremy Sochan into his proper position. Tre Jones played well off the bench. And they just gave a deal to Julian Champagne, who provided a lot of great quality basketball for the San Antonio Spurs. Reported, the San Antonio Spurs will fully guarantee Julian Champagne's $3 million salary for 24-25, leagues told Hoops Hype. Started 59-74 games last year, shot 36.5% from three. Julian Champagne. Pop some champagne for Champagne. Congratulations on the contract. The guy who had to work his way through the G League, had different stints with the Spurs, but found himself to be an actual cornerstone piece last year. As you see, shot almost 37% from three, and post All-Star break, his point total went from 5.8 prior to that to 8.8 afterwards. He was upwards to 9 points a game after the All-Star break, showing the promise, showing the development of him last season. Julian Champagne, a guy who, if you watch his game, he's not going to do anything on the court that's going to wow you like you see John Morant flying through the air. But he's going to play quality defense. He knows how to play within the team structure. A lot of times you'll have Devin Vassell on the ball, and he gets weak side steals. He gets great weak side help. He is just a quality basketball player, and then offensively can stretch the floor, good cutter, understands the game of basketball, a high IQ player, and that's what Gregg Popovich loves. He earned himself and worked his way into this contract. Julian Champagne, another piece to what this roster already has shown to be a much improved from last year's roster. Additions of Stephon Castle in the draft. You've got Chris Paul, Harrison Barnes to go along with Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sochan, Victor Wembanyama, Zach Collins, Tre Jones. This team, it continues to just gather depth to develop. They are super young. Plus, you got the old guys in Barnes and Chris Paul. But they're young with some veterans, with a phenomenal coach, a great GM in a great market, in a great city. What's better than San Antonio? San Antonio is a phenomenal place. Julian Champagne, again, pop champagne for Champagne. Congratulations on the fully guaranteed contract. It is much, much deserved. And we're going to transition here into the Olympics. Paris. There's a guy who's from France over there. He feels at home, of course. It's Victor Wembanyama. He's at home anytime he's on a basketball court because he owns the home. He owns the court. Doesn't matter if it's FIBA, NBA, whatever league he is in, he is going to own that league. So far, before the quarterfinal in group play, he has 17 points, about 11 rebounds, and 2 blocks. They went 2-1 in group play. They did suffer a tough loss to Germany. They've landed themselves in a matchup against Canada. That's going to be an extremely tough matchup for Victor Wembanyama and France. They've got to see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jamal Murray, Derrick Brooks. The list goes on. That Canada team is going to be a formidable opponent for every single team they face. But Victor Wembanyama is the story. He is elite. He is the future. Face of the NBA, when you hear that, you think, oh, American-born guy, because throughout time, it's been an American. Michael Jordan, LeBron James and Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, AI for a little bit of time, Shaquille O'Neal, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Dr. J, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt, Bill Russell, Bob Pettit, George Mikan. All of these guys have shared time as the face of the NBA. Victor Wembanyama, who's been putting on a show all Olympics, was talked about by the great Tony Parker. And Tony Parker, in a sat-down interview with Yahoo Sports, there is nothing I can tell him. He's ready. He's not bothered by the pressure of the expectations. He is a little bit like LeBron. So I hope it translates to a lot of championships with the Spurs. He went on to talk in this Yahoo interview about how no one came into the league like LeBron did other than Wemby with those high expectations. Nobody performed as they did their rookie season. LeBron James with a phenomenal rookie campaign. Wemby with a phenomenal rookie campaign. As we see here, 21 points, almost 11 rebounds, almost 4 blocks and a steal a game. And he got better with time. He got better as he saw the game. You saw him early on in the season. They saw Phoenix. He didn't have the greatest of games. The second time they saw Phoenix, which was a couple weeks later, he had 37 and was closing games. Shooting over Kevin Durant. We see what Kevin Durant just did. He put up, in the first half of a game, hadn't played 4 months. 21 points in the first half on no misses. And Wemby's giving that guy work. This Victor Wembanyama guy here, the future of the San Antonio Spurs, the future of the NBA, the future face of the NBA is what he is. They were talking, Isaac Bonga was speaking at the Olympics right before their game with France. He's a player for Germany. He said he definitely could be the first, referring to the face of the NBA for an international basketball player. Victor Wembanyama is such a special talent. He has been playing phenomenal. He is 7'4", long arms, around the basket. You can't do anything with him. In FIBA, since there's no defensive 3 seconds, he can do whatever he wants to do. And this year, he's going to be phenomenal. Track record of people who play in the Olympics coming off of that next year, especially when they're in their prime. Dwayne Wade, after 2008, had one of his best seasons. LeBron James, after 2008, had one of his best seasons. Kobe got to a finals and won the championship. 2012 and 2013, Anthony Davis had himself a great season. 2012, coming off of that 2012-2013, Durant had himself a phenomenal season. Players coming out of the Olympics, because they don't lose their basketball groove, play their best basketball. And Victor Wembanyama is going to do that this year. All NBA first team is on the board. It's right in front of him. Defensive Player of the Year might as well be locked up. Victor Wembanyama, the future face of the league, as Tony Parker hopes he can bring the Spurs championships, he will bring the Spurs championships. Let me hear your guys' thoughts on how Victor Wembanyama has been playing these Olympics, what you think his future is going to be in San Antonio, how many championships he's going to bring, what can he really do to the city of San Antonio, what Julian Champagne's impact will be on the Spurs. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts below. Again, this was Spurs Digest with Keenan Warner, and I'll see you guys soon.